It's the second last Golf R to be registered in the UK. Hello guys, and welcome to this Volkswagen video from a very drizzly Stafford train station. I'm on my way to Crewe to collect a brand new car, but not unfortunately a Bentley. And this all came about because I dared to suggest on Twitter that you should buy this car instead of a Yaris GR. And when I did the research, I realised this car was actually really good value. And the other reason this car is interesting is because it's probably one of the very last to ever be registered in this country. And this car's had a 6-year run on sale, 6.5 actually. They have sold thousands of them, and you could say it's redefined the way we perceive performance Golfs. It is of course the Golf R. So I'm off to Crewe Volkswagen to collect a brand new unregistered car. It was advertised at £29,990, which is about 8 grand below what it should be. And because the Mark 8's not been very popular, I reckon 7.5 prices the whole pretty firm. But I can't tell you now how long I'm going to keep it. I could hate it because you know I don't particularly love Golf Rs, but I just thought it might be quite a good winter cruiser, and at that kind of money it's just worth a go. So without any further ado, let's get on this train and go to Crewe. And what always disappoints me about Crewe Station is that even though it's a home of Bentley, one of the most prestigious car manufacturers in the world, there's nothing here to celebrate that fact, and I think it should be celebrated. If this was Germany, there'd be a Continental GT on a plinth around here, but I guess you could say Crewe maybe isn't where the typical Bentley buyer lives, but then again it's in the middle of Cheshire, which is, so yeah, come on Bentley, let's have one on a plinth. I can see my car just there by the wall, and it's still got a lot of its protection on it, which I did ask for, and the guy didn't seem to be surprised about that actually, which is quite unusual. That's good. I think they've got two, one within the showroom, one was in a compound, so he said if you want the one that hasn't been sat in, that's the one to go for, and I suppose in these COVID times that's even more important. So yeah, here we are at Crewe Volkswagen. Now it's actually the first day in a month that I've been able to go through the doors with a mask on, of course, so we'll have a go at that. I haven't actually arranged to do any filming here, and yeah, I'm not getting a discount or anything like that, but we'll see if they let me film just for you to have a bit more interesting content. So here it is, yeah, totally unprepared. What do you think, guys? I hate the wheels, but I quite like the stealth factor of this car. Look at that, that is intact. Yeah, I might be a bit of a pervert, but this is how I like to pick up my new car, all covered in German shite. Okay then, let's go inside and get the keys, because I've already paid for it. What else have we got here then? New Tiguan in a nicey bluey green, new GTI silver, GTD in white. Okay guys, here we go again. Mark 8s or 7.5. Yeah, I kind of guessed you'd say that. Right, yeah, anyway, you've seen enough Mark 8s on this channel for the moment until the Club Sport comes anyway, so let's go and have a bit of 7.5 fun. Ooh, two more GTIs. So here we have Moonstone and here we have Dolphin, and yeah, definitely Dolphin for me. What do you think, guys? Right, sorry, let's get this over and done with. Okay guys, I've just driven down the road somewhere a little bit quieter where I can give you a tour of my brand new car, this 2020 Golf R Estate. And as you saw in the intro, it has not been valeted. It's still got all the dirt on it from its journey over here from Germany. It was manufactured in June and arrived at the dealer in October, so it's been stood around, but that's fine. As requested, they've left all the protective bits on it from when it was at Wolfsburg. So this is really as close as you can get to the car being in Wolfsburg, because nobody has touched it between then and now. It's only done 11 miles on it. Still got seat covers and all that on it. So yeah, I'll look forward to prepping it properly at my leisure some point in the future. So big thanks to Oliver at Crew Volkswagen, and also to Edward, the business manager, who is a viewer of my video. So I hope you enjoy this one as well, Edward. And another benefit from being in Crew is that I can visit Parts Depot, who are a company, actually same part of the group that the dealership is in, who sell old dealer stocks. You've probably seen them on eBay, or you've seen them on their own websites, partsdepot.co.uk. And I just thought I'd pop in and say hello to the guy who runs it, Ben, and give you a quick tour of their warehouse, because they've got some really good sort of Christmas presenty stuff you might be interested in. Okay guys, here we are inside the Parts Depot warehouse, which is a bit of an Aladdin's cave if you're into Volkswagens like I am. And there's some amazing stuff here. They've just bought a whole batch of these LED rear lights, which are identical to the ones that you get on the Golf GTI Mark 7 or Golf R. Actually, sorry, no, they're R because they're tinted. You don't get that on. You don't get tinted on the normal GTI. So these are basically Club Sport or R lights. They're Volkswagen accessory official, but they're actually the identical part number to the factory one. So that's quite a nice upgrade. And I think it's just plug and play, and they're really cheap. And then there's all sorts of stuff. There's a Remus exhaust you can buy for Golf 7, and you can buy a Valence as well, and it looks like Mark 5 R32, so it's centre exit. And I think, yeah, all you're going to see is the box, but I think that's it. Have a look on their website. So this now is a massive sort of operation. It used to be really small, and Ben took it over a few years ago and has just made it a real big popular thing. You know, they do all sorts. You can buy mechanical bits, which are mainly downstairs. They've got merchandise as well, and it's all official stuff, all genuine top quality parts. You've probably seen the up gilet I used to wear. There's an up hooded top there. All sorts of stuff you could have as giveaway of Christmas presents. So just check out www.parts-depot.co.uk. So we've got cleaning gear here, set, bulb kits, mud flaps, more clothing. Oh yes, well, you've probably seen me wear these in my video. These are only XL at the moment, so if you're a big boy and you want a GTI t-shirt, they've got loads of them, and they're like 12 quid or something ridiculous. Volkswagen data plug, Audi wireless charging cover for an iPhone 7, up bits, I think that's the coffee, that's like the mug with the saucer. But yeah, what we've got here, something nice. Cupra size large t-shirt in orange. So all good presents. Look at that old school Volkswagen shirt. So yeah, fascinating place. I've been a customer of this place for a few years, so coming in here and seeing how it's set up is really interesting. Okay, as you can probably imagine, walking around a warehouse full of Volkswagen parts, I can't come out empty-handed. So just lying on the floor there was a load liner, and when I inquired, it was for a Golf estate. So of course, I bought it. There's the part number there. Genuine Volkswagen part, normally 180 something from Volkswagen, £100. Delivered from Parts Depot, so that'll keep the new car nice and clean. Right, before we leave Crewe, I think we should have a quick look at the only Volkswagen Group factory within the UK. Now, whenever I'm in Crewe, I always like to come and have a poke around at Bentley Motors, because this is the only Volkswagen Group factory in the UK. So to geeks like me and probably you, it's quite a special place. You can't get very close to it anymore, because a couple of weeks ago Bentley basically took over Pims Road and said this is now a campus for us. You can't drive through the middle of it, because until this division was made, you could drive down through the middle. You had R&D on the left and you had the production site on the right, and it just wasn't practical for security or anything like that. So it was a real pain. So now they basically have put a big ring around their factory and said this is all ours, and you can only come in here if you've got a pass, and that is basically like every other car factory in the world, which is weird to think that Bentley Motors, with all these, you know, very expensive cars, was, you know, open to anybody to come and have a walk around, basically. So yeah, it's a very interesting place, and this is basically the showcase for the brand here. It's where people come to spec their cars with the dealers, and it's basically a template for the dealerships all across the world. So yeah, it's a very impressive building, this, and much more impressive than the very industrial site that's down there, which is the old Vickers factory where they used to make aeroplanes in probably the 1940s for the Second World War. Anyway, back to reality. So this is my Golf R estate then. Bit dirty, but I'm looking forward to just giving it a real good clean, and yeah, it's really exciting. Now I have noticed it was not built in Wolfsburg, it was built in Zwickau, which is where the ID3 is made. So this is quite possibly one of the very last internal combustion cars that came out of that factory before the ID3. But what I do know for sure, it's the second last Golf R to be registered in the UK. How crazy is that? 7.5 anyway, which is basically like the Mark 7. And I bought the original Mark 7, and I was one of the first customers to drive off with that car on the 1st of March 14, so it seemed quite fitting that I should buy one of the last. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this Volkswizard special video from Crew. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, please comment, please share. As ever, please do subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one really soon.